ser rápido. Tiene que ser rápido.
Starting to worry about you, sir.
The airship won't be bothering us again. But the hand wasn't aboard, so keep your eyes open. What's your position?
Cleared out the tower courtyard. Heading up to the top.
Stay put. I'm almost there.
Yeah, well, I don't see an off switch on this lift, so...
Stay put.
Guess we're going in.
Show yourself, font of Yonkao. I draw you forth through the power of Thradako, the Binding Stone.
I've got a problem.
What is it?
More like who? Sandrak's here.
What? Hold your position. I'm on my way.
He'll be gone by then.
That was an order, Initiate.
Say again? I'm losing you.
You do know I can just see you waving your hand around, right?
An immortal? Welcome, brother. Do you know who I am?
Sandrak.
I suppose Kirkin has poisoned you against me by now.
She didn't have to. Your men killed my family.
Did they? I have no memory of that. A great many people have died in this war. Would it comfort you to know that I'm close to ending it?
Don't turn your back on me!
Send him to his family.
I need more time to finish this. Let me give you a hand.
Hey, stop! Oh boy.
open and you are bound to crash with your car.
Where? What is this place? Wait, this is the Shrouded Realm. Uh-oh, is that the Pentasod? What are you doing?
Jack! What happened? Sandrak and the Hand vanished when I arrived.
He cast some kind of spell. I tried to stop him.
You were supposed to wait for me, Initiate.
The ley line, he absorbed it. I don't understand. I saw something.
Saw what?
When his spell was cast, I left my body. I went somewhere else.
Out with it.
I saw the Pentasod. It's alive.
Ay, cómo me encanta este juego. Me fascina.
I don't think I have a
Sir,
spell for that.
we should talk.
Up there, Sandrak referred to me as a brother. And not like, oh, hey, look, it's another Magnus, but more like...
Like someone from his order.
Exactly.
Complicated subject. One I'm not gonna get into here.
You're not going to explain how Sandrak is an immortal.
Was.
You're not going to explain how Sandrak was an immortal.
Thought I made that clear, Initiate. That's...
You know, I've gotta tell you, the secrets you guys are keeping from me, they're getting old. Magni caused the wound. Ley lines can, I guess, be absorbed. And oh, yeah, Sandrak used to be an immortal.
The middle one was thought to be impossible. Magni shouldn't be able to control the fonts like that.
And how would I know that? No one's even told me what a font is, and that's kind of my point. I should just go.
Wait a minute. Listen. About your vision. Of the Shrouded Realm. I want...
Yeah,
The Pentasod. It is alive. All we ever see here, in this world, in our world, is only the physical manifestation of its true form in the Shrouded Realm. In Kalthus, our mystics say this form visits them in dreams in the winter. In other parts of Aveum, prophets, saints, madmen have all claimed to have seen it at one time or another.
so I'm a saint, is what you're saying.
I just wanted you to know that you're not...
That I'm not special? No worries, sir. Kirkin lets me know that all the time.
Can you ever shut up? I'm saying you don't have to feel alone, Jack. I don't want you to feel like you might become a pariah.
Careful. You could end up being nice to me for the first time ever.
You're impossible.
No, I mean it. That was really kind of you. Thanks.
All right. I'll meet you back at the Palathon. Sandrak absorbing a ley line isn't something we're even remotely prepared for. Kirkin will be eager to talk. What, did you get lost again?
lordship.
Jack?
Being a Viscount, that means you have a claim to the throne, right?
I'm 15th in line and never getting closer. Realistically, you have as much claim as I do.
Uh-huh, sure. What's it like being part of a dynastic house?
It's bad for one's health.
Come on.
Oh, I'm serious. Why else would so many of us train as assassins? There's the ever war between kingdoms, and then there's the little war known in every court in Aveum. They're the same except for scale. Magni obsessed with fighting other Magni for the rule of magic. I have to watch my back on two fronts.
Talk to you later, Hauser.
Jack, heard you walked right up into a whole thing.
Take up a position at the table, Initiate. There's a lot to talk about.
And
Sounds like Zendara filled you in, sir, but I've got about 1,000,000 questions.
story time, Jack.
And I used to really love story time.
The Shrouded Realm is a world of raw, untempered magic. A magic so formless and wild, it's impossible to master.
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Then the Pentasod came to that world and created the fonts. 5 great anchors that connected the Shrouded Realm to Aveum. The ley lines spread out from these fonts, traveling through both worlds, turning the Shrouded Realm's magic into a resource we could use.
If someone could capture the power of a font, they'd control magic in a way that no Magnus has before.
Like a living ley line tower. Capable of drawing magic from the very source. Capable of even redirecting it away from other Magni.
Sandrak has done exactly that. We believe he's in possession of a Thrada Cull, a binding stone, an artifact that can control the fonts.
So that's what I saw the hand pull out of the ruins.
That's right. With it, Sandrak will eventually be able to block our access to magic completely. Then the Everwar is over.
Over? As in he takes over Lucium?
As in, he takes over everything.
Sir, respectfully and whatever, you're wrong.
Excuse me?
Oh boy.
You said it yourself. Magic is a resource. Just because Sandrak absorbed a font or whatever doesn't mean his power is endless. It's just that it's probably ginormous. If he found a way to use the Binding Stone, so can we. We can take it back and then...
Make yourself at home.
I bring you good news, sister. Peace is near. Allow me to let you witness it,
A small kindness between friends.
if you would have it.
We were just discussing what the best response would be to your desecration of the fonts.
Had you yet concluded you have none? Let us meet at Nicaea to discuss the terms of your surrender. I hear now you speak for your king. So there should...
Trap!
The boy does not know me. You have my word. The traditions of Aristea will be upheld, without violence. I see a Lucium that genuinely survives this part of history. Can you?
Well, that was horrible. Course of action?
Devin, make sure every last trace of them is really gone. Zendara, I need you to speak to the Watch Commanders.
We're meeting Sandrak at Nicaea.
We're outgunned, not outfought. Not yet. Jack, let's talk.
Is Zendara right? We're going to actually walk into Sandrak's trap.
It's not a trap. Sandrak fashions himself after the nobility of Aristea. He'll honor the tradition of Nicaea as neutral ground.
Sir, I know you don't plan to surrender.
Not even a little bit. We'll take him by surprise, hit him with everything we got, and hope the power of that binding stone of his is found wanting.
Okay, so it's our trap, then.
The Immortals can't let Sandrak take control of magic, Jack. We have to take our chances.
Speaking of the Immortals and Sandrak having been an Immortal and you never telling me your fellow Immortal...
I figured this was coming.
I had a right to know. You recruited me the day Sandrak destroyed my home. I've been fighting against Rasharn ever since you told me.
What difference would it have made?
I don't know. But how do you benefit by constantly keeping secrets from me? You could have told me about the Fawns long before any of this. You could have told me how using magic destroys the world before training me.
You joined the army, Jack, not the academy. You only needed to know what helped you in the field.
I don't feel that's a good enough answer, sir.
I'm sure you can live with it for the time being. If we survive Nicaea, we can talk about it again. Now, a few pieces need to fall into place for this ambush to work. I need you to take this to Captain Selko.
A portal stone. Any message to go along with it?
Selko will know what to do. You'll find him in Lordsfell along with a battalion of our soldiers.
Understood. I'll head out now.
Good? With the most dangerous man alive just strolling into the Palathon briefing room. From 1,000 miles away through some spatial overlap warping spell that no one's ever seen before.
I guess you're not.
I'm just saying there's a lot to unpack there.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Wait, Jack, listen. I know you have a grudge, to put it probably too lightly, with Sandrak for what he did to your home. But don't, well, you know, let all that cloud your judgment when we try and backstab him at Nicaea. There's no word, really.
Don't worry, I'm a soldier. I won't make a move until Kirkin gives the word.
That in no way lines up with your past interactions with your superiors.
Hey!
I'm just saying. Rumor is you're a bit of a shoot from the hip. Bit of a bull rush. That can't happen in Nicaea. I'm sorry. I really need to get it together. Foreign magics are difficult to scrub out of a breach zone on the best of days.
Sir? About Nicaea?
Definitely not now, Initiate. Whatever plans the Grand Magnus has, I'll get them directly from her.
I get the feeling you won't like them.
It's not my call.
Your lordship.
Jack?
Talk to you later, Hauser. Don't think I have a spell for that.
Lost fair. I guess lost fair.
So, Kirkin didn't say what that thing does.
Probably better you don't know, sir.
Is it though?
If you got captured.
Sure. It's just, if I knew the whole plan, it could be helpful, since I'm like, part of the plan. Am I right?
You have a point.
You aren't going to tell me, are you?
Nope.
Great. See you around, Captain.
Jack, Perkin's asking for an update.
I delivered the portal stone to Captain Selko. What's next?
Rendezvous with the rest of us at Nocia. Our parley with Sandrak is imminent.
Parlay.
What?
Never heard anyone actually use that word.
It's the nerves.
Uh-huh. See you soon.
Mira. Las manos. Hazle arder eso. ¿Y aquí qué? ¿Qué de qué o qué? hasta allá. Ya. ¿Dónde está? Está aquí. Reúnete con Kidra en Ocea. ¿Dónde están los Sea? Gravy. Ah, aquí es Gravy. Entonces se supone que abajo está el... ¿Dónde es? Allá. Aquí debe haber sido un mercado, la verdad. ¿Dónde está la... Vamos a ubicar? Aquí andaba. Ahí está. Dice... Velocidad de disparo, capacidad 3. 2. Ok. Esto tiene 6. significa ilusión. Ahí está. Es la primera vez que muero aquí. No hay una caja. Una caja. Para recuperarme. Un cristal. Allá. Y aquí no hay cristales o algo. Hay un libro, que a ver qué dice. Templo de la Puerta de la Corona. La Puerta de la Corona se solía ser un asentamiento pacífico. Ahora se encuentra devastado por la guerra. Al igual que el resto de Lucian, esta contiene dos velos. El primero se encuentra cerca de la entrada del punto de Teibe y está cubierta de magia corrupta. El segundo también se oculta la corrupción y se encuentra un altiplano en la cual solo se puede acceder por medio de una corriente mágica. Ok. Anillo. Sí. Bueno, por fin tengo lo que quería. Vale, no sé por dónde me estoy yendo. Ok, que hay algo. Y la verdad, no puedo meterme porque me ahogo. Eso como.
That's Nocia up ahead. Game face, Jack.
Sí, ya, concéntrate. Aquí dice. Ja, la puerta de la corona, que solía ser un asentamiento pacífico, ahora se encuentra devastado por la guerra, al igual que el resto de Lucium. Este contiene dos velos. El primero se encuentra cerca de la entrada del punto de Taven y está cubierto por magia corrupta. Y el segundo también se oculta corrupción. Es lo mismo que leí. Dice secreto cuarteles superlativos. Expedicionarios asociados a las piedras de la visión. Informe inteligencia NUM MPR1 200 asuntos. Desde el paraíso vertical hasta los ecos. Desde el avance de los rachas de 10.039. Cuando aseguraron su yugo sobre el paso vertical, sus incursiones del norte de Lucium se ha vuelto cada vez más asusado. Además de la información establecida en el informe de inteligencia número EQ-TS-193, me temo que los refugiados de las aldeas más pequeñas de la gente sin luz al norte de los ecos han comenzado un éxodo hacia las puertas de la misma Seren, una ciudad que aún sufre del ataque de hace 5 años.
Uh-oh.
sigo.
Can I call dibs?
Not the time, Jack.
So, what's the plan? Dunno. This all feels a bit improvisational, if I'm being honest.
You bring no banner?
Didn't feel the need.
I held a small hope you might see reason. Yet you remain the same Kirkin that made me abandon the Immortals years ago. Obsessed with victory, stranger to compromise. Your eye ever bent towards the world's ruin.
And you just want to save it.
I can. With this. Its mastery over the fonts means I can end the war.
You mean win the war? By turning the rest of us defenseless?
In our every meeting, a yipping pub.
Jack's right, though. You're not worthy of that power, Sandrak. Your airships bombed the free cities of the East and then wonder why they resist you now? The last order that surrendered to Rasharn, you burned their ambassadors alive. If my eye is ever bent towards the world's ruin, it's because I'm trying to stop the man causing so much of it.
Please. Don't make me do this.
Captain Selko. You went mad. You didn't abandon us. You were exiled. And I'm still paying the price for not killing you.
Remember, this blood is on your hands.
It's the wound! He's moving it!
We have to go! Now! Fall back!
Devin.
Jack, glad you're on your feet. That could have been so much worse. Took ages, but Zendara was finally able to dig you out of the rubble.
Oh, no, not her. I rather would have died. I'm never living that down.
Nope. Never.
How many did we lose?
Considering Sandrak just dropped a city into the wound, surprisingly few. But enough to have made his point. Kirkin's left for Lavenry to talk with the king. He wants a full surrender after Nocia. There's even talk that Kirkin's emergency powers may be rescinded.
So who's in charge?
Zendara. And I'll warn you, she's in a bit of a mood.
Kind of on brand for her.
I heard that!
Whoops.
Meet us in the war chamber, Jack. We've come to the conclusion that we're in desperate need of a plan.
Kirkin may be gone, but our job's still the same. Eliminating Sandrak and his hold over the fonts.
There are 5, right? He can't have them all yet. We may not know what the Binding Stone does, or how Sandrak uses it, but we can try and keep him away from the rest if all of us just... What?
The fonts are hidden from us, Jack. Invisible. Buried in the liminal spaces where the borders between Aveum and the Shrouded Realm are weakest.
We only know the location of 2. The Palathon is actually built around one, and the other is in the Tower of Masks in Rasharn.
Which means Sandrak's already used the Binding Stone to absorb its power.
We have to assume he has.
Technically, we now know the location of 3 fonts, but the one in the Pale Forest is, well, you saw what happened to it.
So that leaves the last 2, and only Sandrak knows where they are. Fine. Pin that. We concentrate on the Binding Stone instead. We know where that is. We just need to learn how to shut it off. And fast.
Not necessarily. According to my research, a Thradakol takes a huge toll on its possessor. Sandrak will have to rest before doing another stunt like that. We may have a little time.
Which leads us to former Grand Magnus, Thaddeus. Kirkin's predecessor, now in exile. The oldest of us that still lives. By all accounts, he was an expert on Aristea. If there's a weakness to the very Aristean Binding Stone, he'll know about it. In theory.
Sticky wicket, the situation with Thaddeus.
That's not important.
Kind of feels like it is.
What Zendara means to say is it doesn't matter that Thaddeus hates the Immortals and everything we stand for, because you'll undoubtedly figure out a way to convince him to help us. And a bonus potential setback, because the universe is cruel. Like the remaining fonts, we also don't know where Thaddeus is.
His last known location was the Sky Islands of Oriman, digging through the archives at the Library of Akoth.
Okay, then what are we waiting for? I go to Orman, make nice with a friendly librarian.
Actually getting to Oriman is difficult, Initiate. You're gonna need to learn how to ride a ley line. Devin, you're running support. Walk Jack through what he needs to do to get airborne.
Ready when you are, Jack. You'll need a special spell to properly ride the ley lines, and a strong stomach.
Why? What's this spell like?
Like Lash, only more panic, vertigo, and fear of heights. Fortunately, there's a Shroud Fane in the Harrows where you can find one.
The Harrows over in Havenshire? Got it. Alright, I'll be quick. But hey, you okay? We never really got to talk about what happened at Nicaea.
They're hard for me to pass, honestly. My feelings on all of that destruction. Call me when you have the spell, and I'll tell you where we go from there.
Sir, about Orman and what's his name? Thaddeus?
Were the mission parameters unclear?
No, sir. I just figured some more intel never hurts.
It hurts time, Initiate. Do you want to hurt time?
The guy I'm looking for, our former Grand Magnus, does he really hate the Immortals?
The feeling's mutual. Your job is to ignore all that and find out what he knows about the Binding Stone.
It'd be so much easier to ignore if I knew what it actually was.
Nice try.
Sir, come on.
Thaddeus was Kirkin's mentor. Sandrak's too, in a way. Then he bailed on the Order for reasons you don't need to know, leaving Kirkin to fill his position when she really didn't feel ready for it. She was a huge fan of that.
At least you're sending the new guy to navigate through all the complicated drama. I don't know much about Orman. Never been that far west in any of the fighting.
That's because Oriman dropped out of the Everwar a long time ago. Even before then, they remained largely neutral. Then their magical experiments cut them off from the rest of the kingdoms, and it didn't much matter anymore.
Cut off how?
I don't have time to give you a history lesson. Devin can catch you up. All you need to know at present is that the Orimic made it a bitch to get out to them. Hence your need to ride a ley line.
And what about the Orimic themselves?
What's left of them are nomads, migrating from one sky island to another in search of arcanum deposits. Also, they can be a pain in the ass to deal with when you're an outsider.
All right, I'm good. Heading out.
Don't fuck this one up, Initiate.
Your lordship.
Jack?
I didn't see you at Nocia when we confronted Sandrak. Were you there?
Answered your own question there, no?
I mean, maybe that was the point. You not being seen. Like you were covering us or something.
Considering what happened, perhaps I should have been. But no, I was away taking care of a few things. An ambassador of Kylay caught wind of the meeting in Nicaea. Thought they would show up with a delegation to show their support for Lucium's surrender.
Yeah, they didn't make it.
Funny that.
Talk to you later, Hauser.
Pues es todo por hoy y nos vemos en el próximo video. Bye.
I don't think I have a spell for that.